Validate scope. Today we're talking about one of the most satisfying, yet sometimes frustrating processes in scope management. Validate scope. Before we dive in, let's do a quick refresher on scope management. Scope management is all about defining and controlling what's included in a project, and just as importantly, what's not included. The 6 scope management processes are: Number 1, plan scope management. It establishes how scope will be defined and controlled. Number 2, collect requirements. This gathers stakeholder needs and expectations. Number 3, define scope. It develops the detailed project scope statement. Number 4, create WBS. It breaks the scope down into manageable work packages. Number 5, validate scope. This formally accepts completed deliverables. Number 6, control scope. It manages changes to scope throughout the project. Now let's zoom in on validate scope and see why this process is a game changer for project success. The validate scope process is all about getting formal acceptance of completed deliverables. The key word here is formal, meaning no last-minute surprises. This process happens at the end of each phase or the entire project and ensures that what was delivered aligns with the agreed-upon requirements. It's different from control quality, which checks if deliverables meet standards. Validate scope is about getting sign-off from the customer or stakeholders. To validate scope, you need the following inputs. 1, project management plan, specifically the scope management plan and requirements management plan to guide validation. 2, requirements documentation, the full list of what the stakeholders expected from the project. 3, requirements traceability. Matrix, a fancy way of saying, here's the proof that each requirement was met. 4, verified deliverables. These have already passed quality checks and are ready for stakeholder review. And 5, work performance data information on the project's progress and deliverables completion. To officially validate scope, project managers use these tools and techniques. Inspection, a formal review where stakeholders examine deliverables. This could be reviews, walkthroughs, testing, or even live demonstrations. And decision-making. This is typically stakeholders will approve, reject, or request changes based on inspections. After validating scope, you'll get the following outputs. Accepted deliverables. These are signed off and officially ready for use. Work performance information, data on what's been accepted, what's been rejected, and why. Change requests. If deliverables don't meet expectations, stakeholders may request formal changes and updates to project documents. The lessons learned register, requirements, documentation, and project scope statement may all need updates. Skipping validate scope is like turning in an assignment without checking if it meets the professor's criteria. You might have done great work, but if it doesn't match expectations, it won't get accepted. When done right, validate scope helps. Prevent rework by catching issues early. Avoid scope creep by ensuring changes go through the right process. Improve stakeholder relationships by keeping them engaged throughout the project. Ensure smooth project closure by getting official acceptance before moving on. Let's sum it all up. Validate scope is the process of getting formal acceptance of deliverables from stakeholders. Key inputs include the scope management plan, requirements documentation, and verified deliverables. The main tools are inspection, formal reviews, and decision-making, approvals or change requests. The major outputs are accepted deliverables, work performance information, change requests, and document updates. A strong validation process prevents rework, reduces scope creep, and keeps stakeholders happy. Thank you for watching. If you want a free study planner to help you stay on track for the PMP exam, go to pmnotebooks.com to get an instant download.